Good afternoon, everyone. Happy New Year's, and welcome to the January 15th, 2025 meeting of Chatham's Historic Business District Commission. As soon as our clerk, Sam Stryber, gets through reading the governor's directives concerning these meetings, we'll do a roll call of the members who are present, and we'll be reviewing the applications this afternoon. The first order of business will be the minutes, and as soon as the minutes are approved, we'll move right on to the application. And again, when our clerk, Sam Stryber, reads your application, we ask that you move to one of the podiums on our right, introduce yourself, and give us a brief synopsis of your proposed project, and we'll take it from there. Thank you. Sam?
Yes. Pursuant to Governor Healy's March 29th, 2023, signing of the Acts of 2023, extending certain COVID-19 measures adopted during the state of emergency, suspending certain provisions of the open meeting law, General Laws 30A, paragraph 20, until March 31st, 2025. This meeting of the Chatham Historic Business District Commission is being conducted in person and via remote participation. Every effort will be made to ensure that the public can adequately access the proceedings as provided for in the order. A reminder that people who would like to listen to the meeting while in progress may do so by calling the phone number 1-508-945-4410. Conference ID 657-022-300 hashtag, or join the meeting online via Microsoft Teams through the link in the posted agenda. While this is a live broadcast and simulcast on Chatham TV, despite our best efforts, we may not be able to provide real-time access. We will post a record of this meeting on the town's website as soon as possible. In accordance with town policy, the public can speak to any issue, hearing, or business item on the agenda during the meeting when recognized by the chair.
Thank you, Sam. All right, now for the roll call. Starting on my right, our Vice Chair, Darcy Sequin.
Darcy Sequin is here.
Our clerk, Sam Stryber.
Sam Stryber is here.
Regular member, Doug Grattan.
Doug Grattan is here.
Regular member, Bob Burns.
Bob Burns is here.
And our alternate, Tim Gilmore.
Tim Gilmore is here.
And our chair, Dan Silver, is here. All right, so Sam, what is our, oh, we have the meeting minutes, I'm sorry, and those were of what, December 18th. Are there any questions?
Doug Grattan will make a motion to accept the minutes as presented.
Darcy Sequin will second the motion.
Okay, motion is made and seconded. Bob?
Bob Burns approves.
Tim?
Tim Gilmore approves.
Darcy Sequin approves.
Sam Stryber approves.
Doug Grattan approves.
And Dan Silver approves as well. All right. Sam, our first application?
The first application is for a sign, 25-001, Juniper Aesthetics, care of Rebecca Brooks. Application to install a ladder board on the existing ground sign located at 1685 Main Street.
And does the sign coordinator have anything?
Oh, yes, the sign coordinator has stated that the proposed sign complies with the sign bylaw.
Well, that's a good start. I assume she's online, or they are online?
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead, yeah. Good afternoon.
Hi, good afternoon. My name is Rebecca Bassett Brooks, and I have for you an application, as you stated, at 1685 Main Street to add a vinyl wrap ladder board to an existing ground sign. Care has been taken for the design and the color to match the existing sign, as you can see. The contractor is Signorama, and this, the place that this sign occupies was previously occupied by Mary Beth Cuddy, an attorney in town. As you can see, the sign is right next to Cape Wide Insurance, and I think would add to the aesthetic of the building.
Alrighty, I think we're very familiar with the building.
Yes. I built it.
Robert?
Oh, you did?
You did. Oh, One question, what kind of business is it?
So it's a med spa.
Okay, what's that? That's it.
So a medical spa is a place where people get Botox, fillers. I'm a registered nurse, and I have a medical director, Dr. Howard Kesselman, who's also an owner.
Oh, good, all right. I have no further questions, thank
Okay.
you.
We could all use it.
I could use, my wife says I could use some.
No, I think it's a beautiful sign, no questions.
Darcy,
I think the sign looks great, and good luck to you.
Thank you so much.
Sam?
I too think it's a fine sign, and good luck.
Thank you.
I think it's a great sign also, and a beautiful building.
Thank you.
I have no issues with it whatsoever.
So Doug Rat will make a motion on the signs. Application 25-001, Juniper Aesthetics, care of Rebecca Brooks. Application to install a ladderboard sign on the existing ground sign located at 1685 Main Street, as presented.
Darcy Seacon will second the motion.
Okay, motion is made and seconded. Bob?
Bob Burns approves.
Tim Gilmore approves.
Darcy Seacon approves.
Sam Strybert approves.
Doug Ratton approves.
And Dan Silver approves as well. All right, Sam, where does that take us?
The next,
Thank you very much. Did a great job with the application. You bet.
the next application is an addition alteration, 24 dash 131, Monomoy Community Service, care of William G. Litchfield Esquire. Application to construct additions and a new front covered deck on the structure located at 166 Depot Road.
Okay, Sam, really, oh, that's all right, that's fine. Okay, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Mr. Chairman. Bill Litchfield here on behalf of Monomoy Community Services. With us is our architect, Allison Alessi, and also Teresa Malone and some of the board members from MCS. Sure, Mr. Gilmore can appreciate that I will not talk about the segue from a former lawyer's office becoming a Botox site, but we'll dispense with that. As you know, MCS has been at its facility on Depot Road for essentially half a century. And there have been some changes to the building over the years, but we are now proposing some significant changes, which I think we could find to be improvements. Certainly appropriate under the HBDC regulations. And instead of me going on at any length, I think it would be more appropriate to have Allison, our architect, speak to you about what is proposed as shown there.
Hi, Allison Alessi. As Bill just described, we're really inspired by the existing building. The main building is, of course, this is my pointer, right? I think you're familiar with the building, but the main gable here is a Greek Revival historic building, and it's been added onto over time. And we thought that we would take this opportunity to kind of organize the things that have been added on over time, but also to add a new structure. So the new components are, oops. What's the trick to the pointer? There we go. Thank you. So we're adding a small one-story connector piece, and this is going to be the main entrance to the building. It's going to be an accessible entrance so that they can and have people with handicap and disabilities be able to enter the building. And then we're adding a small addition to the western side of the building. We are proposing to remove a small little gabled entry here and to do a lower shed-style covered porch, again, to help kind of organize people coming in and out of the building. And we have this existing piece to remain. And I think I can just walk through the elevations, but I wanted to point out that that is the most visible one. Of course, that's facing Depot Road. On the west, we have our new elevation here, and as I mentioned, the existing structure, of course, is a Greek Revival, and we just use the same pitch, the same Greek Revival detailing on the new addition. Of course, we're trying to keep it lower so that the main building is the main hierarchical building, but we're adding a lower piece to the west, as we described. We are showing solar panels on a new dormer facing west as well. Part of the renovation is to update the mechanicals on the inside, and we're trying to make the building as close to net energy zero as we can. We can go to the next slide. So this is the view from the back, or I guess from the ball field. So the main building appears more like 3 stories in the back. So of course we have a walkout below our addition here, but these structures are staying intact. And the next slide. And this is our east elevation. So we have a new covered porch on the lower entry, and this is where the kids go in and out every day. So we wanted to make sure there's a covered entry there. But otherwise, this side is basically staying intact. I guess we could look at the next slide just so you can see it on the site plan. This is showing, this is the existing building, and the darker areas are showing where we're expanding, as we just described. But that's basically what I want to present, and I'm happy to take any questions.
Thank you, Allison. As some of you may know, the building is just about 100 years old. It was originally a residence, I believe, the Thompson family of Thompson's Oil lived there originally, 3 generations ago. It's been owned by MCS since the 1970s. When the chair and I were at Chatham High School is when MCS started there. They've been a good steward of the building. And I think, as Allison has explained, these changes are modest and appropriate, but at the same time trying to work toward net zero energy consumption by the solar panels on the south side is also an improvement. So, as Allison said, we'd be happy to respond to any questions.
Thank you, Mr. Litchfield. Doug?
I think it's a fantastic addition. It's probably much needed, and I think the improvements will be fantastic. It's such a vital part of the community, so I think it looks fantastic, and I have no questions.
Okay. Sam?
Well, first I thought that there should be existing elevations so that we could compare what's been added and what's not. And I think that's part of our regulations to have existing elevations. But I went out there and I only had questions. Basically, you've got additions on all 4 sides of the building. Plus,
With the front ground level patio, that would be the 4th side, yes. North side.
well, there's a little roof that goes around.
Entryway. Yeah.
And then there's the dormer on the west side. That's the 5th side you're
Well,
adding. So you're basically demolishing the, well, when you put an addition on a house, you take away what's existing there.
Yeah,
So-
there's a connection,
And I
obviously.
wanted to find out, I looked up on the assessor, since I didn't see a note on when this building was first built. There seems to be, I have the assessor's card here, and they,
I'd ask my grandfather, but he's dead at the moment.
It says 1923.
1923.
Yeah, that was what I
Oh, okay.
indicated.
Oh, it's listed on that.
100 years ago, I was off by 102 years.
Date of construction, so it's over 75 years old, and you'll be going to historic over this, I assume.
No, we're going to you.
Oh, coming to us, that's correct. So we don't have to take the 75 years, but it is a way for us to determine whether there's some historic importance to the house. And when you are demolishing so much of the exterior, I think you should it should be recognized that, that there's some historic materials going down the road. Now, having said all of that, I think this is the way an old house grows best, in discrete units of volumes, so that it grows by accretion rather than significant change. The existing house is still pretty much visible by the fact that the corner boards and rakes are still maintained. So I have no real objection to it. I just think it ought to be recognized that it's a big change on this building.
I agree, it's a significant and appropriate change. There have been changes to the building since it was first constructed, as you correctly said, which is how older buildings traditionally grew and related to the then and current needs. MCS has the need, and I think Allison, I think you will agree, Allison has done a good job of providing a building that makes those needs possible to be met, but also keeps the discrete original section noticeable appropriately so.
Okay, I understand. Okay,
I think photographs would be more than sufficient, Bill, of the existing. Just give them to Sarah or Chantel without her having to do any additional drawings.
We
I
can
don't mind her
certainly.
doing she has to do the existing elevations to add the pieces on. So she's drawn all the existing elevations.
We have it.
They're in there.
Well, I'll stay out of it.
Well, that's,
Well, we're happy to provide the existing elevations and/or photographs. We have both, so.
sure.
Ready for me?
Just waiting for you.
I know the building well, and it certainly does need some improvements, and I think you've done a good job. I think you're actually preserving the historic part of it. So I have no objections at all.
Thank you.
Jim?
I don't have any questions. I think it's a good design, and working with what's there, I think it's complementary, and I don't have any questions.
Bob?
Just a couple. On the first level, I guess that's you come in from the ball field,
The Little League
the
field
Little League
is in the
field, and
rear.
then,
Yep.
so in the basement, I guess that's the basement. Is that correct?
The lower level, right,
Is
yeah,
the
not,
ba-
yeah,
And so you're gonna move the mechanicals into that new area?
correct.
New heating, new whatever? in that?
Exactly.
Okay. And then, I see a lot of new windows are going in there. Do you have a window plan yet? Are they gonna be, what kind of windows? Are they gonna match?
We're gonna match the existing double hung style. We typically do the SDLs with the, divided lights in them.
Yes.
So it would be in the style of the existing. The elevation that you're looking at, no, those happen to all be existing windows.
Really? Really? On the back? I looked at the back today.
That's the east, that's the, I was gonna say Acme Laundry, but I'm
Right.
showing my age. It's the side you can't really see.
But I thought there was, on the east side, I think those 4 windows down below are not there now.
Oh, there are some new windows. So the lower level on this side is where the kids go in and out
Yeah.
every day. And so underneath where we're showing the 6 double hung windows, we have some awning style windows. So basically the half sash of the double hung
right,
window.
right.
That's a cubby area for the kids. It's very crowded in there, so they need more space with benches and hooks and cubbies for the kids. And we needed some natural light in the morning there.
Okay, and then there's new windows up in that dormer, the new dormer?
Unfortunately, those are the existing windows in the dormer.
On the other side?
On the other
addition
side is the all-new dormer to match this dormer, correct, with new windows.
And they will be all matching windows in there?
Correct.
Okay, I just see so many windows, and I just want to make sure.
Yeah,
Okay, all right. No further questions, thank you.
I know the building well, too. I worked down there in the late 60s and early 70s. It's a great place, great service, fantastic people down there. Family lore, my family lore has it that my grandfather Burris built that. It was the first house my mother lived in Chatham when she was adopted by the Burris's and moved from Nantucket and moved into this house. And she told me that that house was built, my grandfather built that house to be next, he had a coal concession at the railroad depot, so he built that so he could be near the depot to get the coal. He wouldn't have to drive from West Chatham to there. So that's how that house got there, at least according to my family. So anyways. All righty, I have no questions. I think it's, oh, yes, I do, actually, just one, which is silly, but that stairs in the back is quite high. Was there any, would it be too costly and expensive to dog-leg it someplace? When you look at it from the other side, keep going. It's just a straight staircase, way straight up. I know there's already stairs back there.
That grand staircase is existing.
Keep on going. Oops, keep on going. There's another one, I know there is.
There it is.
There you go, on the right-hand side.
Yeah.
Is there a chance of dog-legging it so it goes, well, I guess you can't go underneath of the
Can't.
I think it's,
porch, can you? And you
we
can't
have
go-
some zoning setbacks on that side, if I'm not mistaken,
Yeah.
as well.
Correct.
Okay, all right, that's it.
We approved that a couple of year ago, I think,
Oh,
didn't
no.
we? That's dear.
That's a tall stairs.
We did that a couple of years ago, I think.
I think it may be a sort of functional slash physical slash zoning issue as to why it is that way, but it does exist at present.
I don't know if I could make it up there, Bill. All righty, that's it.
I have one question.
Oh, yes.
Are all the zoning criteria met, so you have a
It's actually an
zoning?
interesting question. The Massachusetts has a state law generally referred to as zoning, as the Dover Amendment. And while we are not exempt, and we are going to the Zoning Board of Appeals, there is some degree of limit that zoning bylaws have for educational and religious institutions like this. We went to the planning board, just for the board's information, we went to the planning board with a previous site plan, which has been changed. What you're seeing is currently proposed. The prior site plan was revised, and we're going back to the planning board for their review, I believe, January 27, and then to the zoning board on February 13.
Okay. Thank you.
I just have one thing. I don't know if the commission would approve or not. If this project is approved, could we send a letter to the boards, planning
do
board
whatever
and
you want.
zoning board?
Do whatever you want.
We would very much appreciate your support. Thank you.
Yeah. We're not restricted from doing anything.
Okay, just wanted to ask.
We can't, for clarity, the only thing we can't do is condition something on the approval of another board.
Right.
That's all.
Right.
So if you want to write a letter in a support of a project, any project, you're more than welcome to.
Okay.
All right, so Doug Brown will make a motion under additions/alterations, application 24-131, Monomoy Community Services, care of William G. Litchfield Esquire. Application to construct additions and new front covered deck on the structure located at 166 Depot Road as presented.
Darcy Sequin will second the motion.
Okay, motion is made and seconded. Doug?
Doug Grattan approves?
Sam?
Sam Stryber approves.
Darcy?
Darcy Sequin approves.
Tim?
Tim Gilmore approves.
Bob?
Bob Burns approves.
And Dan Silva approves. Chantel, do we have to make a motion to send a letter? No, okay.
Thank you very much. We appreciate your time and
Thank you.
consideration.
Good work on that one. All right, where are we, folks?
We've got another addition, alteration in the application, 24-135, Max Seafood, care of Hercules Costa. Application to replace 2 triple windows on the front and 1 triple window on the left side of Unit 3, located at 1291 Main Street.
They're online?
Yep.
Are you, sir, are you here for the, for Max? I believe you are.
No, I think he's,
Hello, can you guys hear me?
We can now, yes.
Okay. Good afternoon. Yes,
Good
I'm the
afternoon.
GC responsible to change those windows.
Yeah, okay. Change the windows, yeah.
Yes, exactly. And the one on the side won't have it, the winds we order is pretty much the same. Won't have any other change on design or sign or whatever.
All right. Now, everybody knows what are you using for windows, sir?
Anderson windows. I have all of the documentation attached to my paperwork.
Okay, are they replacement or full windows?
Full window,
Oh, okay.
What did he say?
no,
new
not
construction. I mean.
replacement.
And full windows.
All right, so any questions?
Doug Ratton has no questions.
Sam?
Well, I didn't quite hear that these are regular Anderson windows.
That's what I thought, yeah, full windows.
So, as long as he maintains the trim, which
Doug said to condition it.
he's gonna add trim, or, because the
We'll have
current.
Doug condition it. We'll have Doug condition it.
Okay, so that he use trim that matches the doorway next to it, and that's all I'd be concerned about,
Yeah,
I think.
I
Other
don't
than
blame
that-
you.
So that's my concern.
Yep. Darcy?
I have no questions.
Okay, and I have no questions. You want to give it a try? Oh, I'm sorry, Tim?
No questions.
Okay, Bob?
No questions.
Okay, so Doug Ratton will make a motion under additions/alterations, application 24-135, Max Seafood, care of Hercules Costa. Application to replace 2 triple windows on the front and 1 triple window on the left side of Unit 3, located at 1291 Main Street, with the condition that the trim work match the doorway next to the windows.
Darcy Sequin seconds the motion. I was going to say something, I changed my mind.
Okay. Motion made and seconded.
It's okay.
Doug?
Doug Ratton approves.
Sam?
Sam Stryver approved.
Darcy Sequin approves.
Tim?
Tim Gilmore approves.
Burns approves.
And Dan Silver approves as well. All righty, I think we have one more, don't we?
Yes, we do.
Yes, we do. We have, and the remaining additions alteration is 24-136, 3-story on Main LLC, care of Meager Construction. Application to replace 2 windows and the front door on the dwelling located at 1369 Main Street.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. Eric Leckstrom, representing 3 Stories on Main LLC, the owner of the property, and I work for Meager Constructions. Right now, we have 2 windows that are damaged and the front door that are damaged. So we're looking to replace those with new construction. The windows will be new construction, Anderson 400 series. That's the right side above the garage, one of the units that we're proposing to replace, and then there's 1 window on the back of the house too, right there with the plywood over it.
All right, it's pretty straightforward.
Yep, pretty straightforward. The window over the garage, or out the bedroom there, is gonna have grids on the top. And then the one on the back, the existing window has no grids at all, so we were just looking to match that, just so that first floor level is the same. The second floor does have the window grids existing, so we're gonna keep that continuity up there.
All right, Doug?
I have no questions.
Okay, Sam?
So when you say you're going to replace so that they match the existing,
The
or are you going to
window,
have 6 over 6?
well, it's just gonna be 6 over 0 over the
6
garage.
over 1.
Technically now, that has no grids at all.
Oh,
But
okay.
we're gonna put those in.
Okay.
The previous owner had put replacement windows in. So we're putting new construction units in.
And the trim will be all consistent,
Exactly.
with all
It'll
the
be,
other windows.
like it is now with the, it's 1x4 flat stock with the AZEK composite, historic sill.
And the windows are all sized the same.
Exactly, like for like replacement, as well as the front door, that's the same size as well.
I have no further questions.
Okay. Darcy?
Just a quick question. You show the front door and it says, excuse me, square stock exterior trim, white paint. Does that mean you're going to paint the door white also?
Yes, I believe
Okay.
it was white or black was a standard color that we didn't need, to get approval for. So we'll just keep it white.
Okay. That's it.
Jim?
No, Darcy answered my question.
No questions from me, thank you.
And I have no questions.
Okay, so under applications, Doug Grant will make a motion. Application 24-136, three-story on Main LLC, care of Mega Construction. Application to replace two windows in the front door on the dwelling located at 1369 Main Street as presented.
Darcy Sequin will second the motion.
Motion is made and seconded. Bob?
Bob Burns approves.
Tim?
Tim Gilmore approves.
Darcy Sequin approves.
Sam Stryber approves.
Doug Grattan approves.
And Dan Silver approves as well. Thank you,
All
sir.
right, I appreciate it, thank you.
Thank you for making it easy.
So we have now coming, an administrative approval exemption, 25-002. Bob Perry, care of Casalt Roofing, ratification of a certificate of administrative approval to replace the roof shingles on the dwelling located at 2538 Main Street. There we are.
This administrative approval was approved by Darcy and Doug on January 6th. They're replacing the roof shingles with Fox Hollow Gray.
So Doug Grant will make a motion on administrative approval / exemption. Application 25-002, Bob Perry, care of Casalt Roofing, ratification of a certificate of administrative approval to replace the roof shingles on the dwelling located at 2538 Main Street as presented.
Darcy Sequin will second the motion.
Motion is made and seconded. Bob?
Bob Burns approves.
Tim?
Tim Gilmore approves.
Darcy Sequin approves.
Sam?
Sam Stryber approves.
Doug Grattan approves.
And Dan Silver approves as well.
Doug Grattan will make a motion to adjourn.
Darcy Sequin will second the motion.
Bob?
Bob Burns approves.
Tim?
Tim Gilmore approves.
Darcy Sequin approves.
Sam Stryber approves.
Doug Grattan approves.
And Dan Silver approves as well. Thank you so much, folks.
Thank you.
We'll see you on the 5th.